when we think about pushing our people to give to the Care Center, I think there's two reasons. One, because the Care Center is really worthy of it. But the first reason, I think, is more just about God's people and their posture towards generosity. At Mercy Hill, we're a church that really pushes people to be generous, part of our covenant membership. We preach about it, we talk about it. I think because Jesus, in his parables, the Apostle Paul, through his missionary endeavors, and particularly in the book of 1st and 2nd Corinthians, talks a lot about how our generosity, I think, reveals something about the depths of which the gospel has affected our heart. And as the gospel has penetrated us, when we have the understanding that Jesus has given us something grand, which is like his life, and he didn't tithe his blood to us, he gave it all to us, I think it should change the heart posture perpetually over the course of our life, for our whole life, that the Christians should become more and more and more generous.
I truly believe that we see every year as we support the center, we've seen the results of the return, if you will. If you want to talk business terms, it's the return on investment. Okay, what's the ROI? Well, when you put money into the center and you see the results of what's happening, it's very easy to see the return. And that's encouraging as one as a Christian, but also as someone who's trying to steward their resources responsibly in a way that says, okay, if I put my resources over here, what will that return be? If I put them over here, what will the return be? And you want that return to be maximized, to be to the glory of the Lord, and you want to see the result. And in our view, what happens with the center is we see both things happening simultaneously, which is a real win, and it's something you can see yourself. It's not far off in a distance. It's right here in Greensboro. You have an opportunity to go and see the center, see the activities, talk to the volunteers, talk with the clients, the ones that come to the banquet. Those are just heartwarming stories all the way around, from both volunteers as well as the clients who have been helped. So,
the Pregnancy Care Center in Greensboro had their annual gala not too long ago, and we were lucky enough to be able to sponsor a couple tables, but we couldn't make it for whatever reason. We were out of town. We were in Nashville, and we had something happen earlier that day that kind of made us feel down on ourselves, and we were sitting in the hotel room, and the kids were in bed, and an email came in. One of the Pregnancy Care Center's clients used to cut my hair a year ago, and for whatever reason we'd stayed in touch, but I haven't been back to get my hair cut with her, and I haven't talked to her in over a year. And right as when we were feeling down on ourselves, she sent me an email saying, "Hey, I met such and such from your church, and she mentioned that you sponsored the table. I'm giving my testimony tonight at this gala because I was scared and I was afraid, and I already had an appointment to go and get my abortion done. And this angel sat in my chair who I was cutting her hair, and she told me about the Pregnancy Care Center in Greensboro. And I just want you to know that what you guys are doing are making a profound effect, and it has affected lives like mine."
For me, just personally, not even speaking as a pastor, is that we have had the blessing of adopting this past year a special needs child into our home. And I think it has awakened us to what a woman goes through when she's thinking about adoption, and when she's listening, and when there are people that are telling her how easy it would be to just abort the child and to just not even deal with it. Man, there's just the spiritual battle is going on. Jesus loves kids. Satan hates kids. And I do believe that there's a spiritual war that goes on in a woman's life about that time. And to have agencies like the Care Center that are willing to come alongside women before the birth happens and after it's over, but to stay and walk alongside of them, I just think it's invaluable. We've seen the blessing of that, and they are doing that ministry here in the Triad every single day.
We were blessed this year and now have a grandbaby who is 3 weeks old, and my daughter and her husband would post on Facebook, and then every week she would post a new picture and to offer her comments as to what she was feeling and how the baby was growing.
Victoria Lynn.
It's hard to imagine that any young woman seeing this, that they could make a decision to do otherwise, but to keep the child.
There are so many people, it's easy to go and to post on Facebook pro-life, and it's easy to say I'm pro-life, but if all you do is say that you're pro-life and you're not willing to step out and help the moms and help the babies, then it's just a sounding point.